Chapter 1, 7 Months and a Shocking Encounter. Hey, everyone, buckle up for a wild ride with Ning Xi, a young woman caught in a whirlwind of drama and heartbreak. We're diving into her story, and trust me, it's a roller coaster. Picture this. Ning Xi's 7 months pregnant, her body radiating heat like a volcano about to erupt, and her mind's a mess of memories from that night. A steamy, drunken blur with a man she thought was her childhood sweetheart, Su Yan. The details are fuzzy, but the passion? Oh, it's haunting her dreams, leaving her blushing and flustered. What do you do when a single night changes everything? Let's find out. Ning Xi snaps awake in a hospital bed, her cheeks burning with embarrassment. A nurse's gentle shake pulls her out of that spicy dream. Hey, wake up. It's cold here, don't catch a cold, the nurse says, her eyes soft with concern. Ning Xi wants to disappear. Those dreams about Su Yan keep sneaking up on her, and they're way too vivid for comfort. She was so drunk that night, she barely remembers it, but the guilt? That's crystal clear. How am I supposed to face Yin Gij? She thinks, her heart racing. The nurse hands her a stack of papers. You forgot to take your pregnancy health results. Dr. Zhang would like you to come again next week. Ning Xi forces a sweet smile, tucking the report into her purse like it's a treasure. Su Yan's been studying abroad, and tonight, he's finally coming back. The thought of seeing him makes her stomach twist with nerves. She only managed to tell him about the pregnancy when she was already 7 months along. His reaction wasn't exactly the joy she'd hoped for. Was it because she was particularly sensitive due to the pregnancy? She wonders, doubt creeping in. The doctor tried to reassure her, saying guys need time to adjust to fatherhood, but something feels off. Is it just me? Or is Su Yan not thrilled about this baby? And marriage? Why hasn't he brought it up? Should she have to? Stepping out of the hospital, the sun blazes down, mirroring the heat in her thoughts. Ning Xi struggles to support her heavy belly, ready to hail a taxi, when a red sports car zooms toward her like a bullet. Her heart leaps into her throat as she stumbles back, the car screeching to a halt, grazing her clothes. A woman in a tight red dress steps out, tossing her wavy hair like she's on a runway. It's Ning Xueluo, her rival, radiating smug confidence. Ning Xueluo, are you crazy? Ning Xi snaps, her pulse still racing. Ning Xueluo smirks, arms crossed, towering over Ning Xi in her high heels. What? Scared that I'll kill the bastard in your stomach? Ning Xi instinctively shields her belly, stepping back. Ning Xueluo, don't you go too far, she warns, her voice sharp. She knows Ning Xueluo's always had it out for her, but this venom? It's next level. Going too far? You're the one who went too far. Ning Xueluo sneers. After getting drunk and doing it with some wild man and getting pregnant, then trying to make Su Yan become the father, Tiske. Ning Xi, aren't you so shameless? Ning Xi freezes, her blood running cold. What nonsense are you saying? Hey, don't tell me you really believe that the man who slept with you that night was Su Yan? Ning Xueluo leans back, laughing cruelly. Saying that you grew up with Su Yan since you were kids with every other sentence, saying that you're childhood sweethearts, and you don't even know what his figure is like. The words hit like a slap. Ning Xi's face pales as memories flood back. That night, the man's body was different, stronger, unfamiliar. She'd assumed it was Su Yan, changed by time, but now doubt creeps in like poison. Was it really not him? Under the scorching sun, her world feels like it's crumbling. What do you think, guys? Is Ning Xueluo telling the truth, or is she just stirring the pot? Stick around. This drama's just getting started. Chapter 2, A Heartbreaking Betrayal. Welcome back, fam. Ning Xi's world is about to get rocked, and not in a good way. She's standing outside the hospital, 7 months pregnant, reeling from Ning Xueluo's bombshell that the man from that night wasn't Su Yan. Her mind's spinning, and the betrayal's about to cut even deeper. Let's dive into this mess. Ning Xueluo's voice drips with malice as she leans closer, savoring Ning Xi's shock. I'll just tell it to you straight, she says. That night you drank the wine that I added a little something to, and out of goodwill, I found 2 brawny men for you, so that you could fully satisfy your desire. Who knew that you would be so insensible? You actually entered some wild man's room, and even unceremoniously. Her tone is pure disgust, like she's talking about trash. Yin Gij is too kind-hearted. He was afraid that you wouldn't be able to accept the truth, so he said that it was him that night. Ning Xi's trembling with rage. her hand shooting out to grab Ning Xi's wrist. You, she chokes out, her voice shaking. Why would you do that to me? Why? Haven't you harmed me enough? Ning Xi's eyes flash with anger, but then she spots someone behind Ning Xi. Her expression softens into a pitiful pout. Older sister, I know I was wrong. If you want to beat and scold someone, then do it towards me. Don't blame Yin Gij, she says, her voice dripping with fake remorse. Suddenly, she collapses to the ground, as if Ning Xi shoved her. Ning Xi, what did you do? A sharp voice cuts through the air. Ning Xi spins around to see Su Yin, his face cold as ice. He brushes past her, helping Ning Xi up. Xiluo, are you okay? He asks, his tone soft with concern. Ning Xiluo clings to him, practically melting into his arms. Yin Gij, I didn't do it on purpose. I know I'm in the wrong. I'm the one who should be sorry to sister for causing all this. That's enough. I'll settle everything. Su Yin says, patting her shoulder before guiding her to the car. I'll explain everything to Ning Xi. Ning Xi's mind is a blank void as Su Yin approaches. He talks for what feels like forever about their childhood, his struggle when he fell for Ning Xi, his anger when he learned she drugged Ning Xi, his guilt over her pregnancy. He admits he's accepted Ning Xi's apology. Then, the final blow. Ning Xi, I'm sorry, I can't marry you. It's not because of the matter of that night or this child, but it's because I can't let Xiluo down, and I don't want to deceive myself and my feelings. Ning Xi's world shatters. Then, Su Yin, you knew all along that it was Ning Xiluo who drugged me to ruin my innocence? For the sake of protecting her, you told me that it was you that night? She asks, her voice hollow, like her soul slipped away. Ning Xi, Shua did not do it on purpose. She's still young and impulsive. Su Yin says, his tone maddeningly calm. Then what about me? Ning Xi looks up, her face etched with despair. Did you ever think of me? Not even for a little bit. Su Yin stays silent, then reaches out. The sun is too bright here. Let's go home first. Don't touch me. Ning Xi shoves his hand away, her laughter bitter and wild. Her life feels like a cruel joke. She studied tirelessly to get into B university to be near Su Yin, gave up her acting dreams to please him, left her adoptive parents to fit into his world. And for what? One sentence. I can't let Xiluo down. Ning Xiluo stole her identity, her parents, and now her love. She's young, so her mistakes are forgiven? Ning Xi thinks, her heart breaking. Who's going to take responsibility for my life? She doesn't even know who the father of her child is. Her hands cover her face, her body shaking with despair. Su Yin watches her stumble toward the road, dazed, and tosses away his cigarette to follow. But Ning Xiluo grabs his sleeve. Yin Gij, where are you going? She asks, her voice cloying. In that moment of hesitation, a deafening crash echoes. Ning Xi, crossing the street, is struck by a car, her body flying through the air before crashing down. Help! Help! A pregnant woman was hit. Voices scream. Pain rips through her belly as blood pools, her vision blurring. The last thing she sees is Su Yin and Ning Xiluo's faces, twisted in her fading sight. Darkness swallows her whole. Wow, talk about a gut punch. What do you think? Can Ning Xi bounce back from this betrayal? Drop a comment, and let's see where this heartbreak takes her next. Chapter 3. A Child in the Bar. 5 years later, in the dim, smoky ambience of the Eaton bar, Ning Xi found herself on the deserted top floor, seeking a moment of respite after a long night of entertaining investors. Her head throbbed from the drinks, and she craved a quiet corner to clear her mind. But her manager, Chang Li, trailed her into the corridor, her presence as unwelcome as a storm cloud. Ning Xi, did you sign up to audition for the female lead in Land Under Heaven? Chang Li's voice was sharp, cutting through the haze of Ning Xi's headache. Yes, why? Ning Xi replied, her tone cautious but steady. You're not going tomorrow, Chang Li snapped, her authority as Ning Xi's manager laced with a personal vendetta. The company's already set Ning Xiluo for that role. Ning Xi's lips curved into a faint, unbothered smile. That doesn't seem to conflict with my plans. Chang Li's eyes narrowed. You think you can steal Xiluo's role? A nobody like you? The Ning family's poured 30 million into this film. Xiluo's got it locked. Then why are you so worked up? Ning Xi shot back, her voice cool. Because you're my artist, and you'll follow my orders." Chang Li's tone was final, as if Ning Xi were a pawn on her chessboard. Ning Xi's smile didn't waver. "Funny, I almost forgot I was your artist." Chang Li's face twisted with irritation. "Don't play games with me, Ning Xi. If you won't listen, I'll make you." Before Ning Xi could react, a forceful shove from behind sent her stumbling into a storeroom. Her phone was snatched from her hand, and the door slammed shut with a heavy thud, the lock clicking into place. The sound of Chang Li's footsteps faded, leaving Ning Xi in silence. She leaned against the door, unfazed. She'd expected this kind of underhanded move from Chang Li and Ning Xuelaw. They'd been stifling her career since she joined Starlight Entertainment, relegating her to minor villain roles while Ning Xuelaw basked in the spotlight. But locking her in a storeroom? That was a new low. If she missed this audition, she'd have to find a way out of Starlight for good. Lost in thought, a faint rustling broke her reverie. She squinted into the dimly lit room, her eyes landing on a small figure huddled behind a stack of boxes. A boy, no older than 4 or 5, with delicate features like a porcelain doll, stared back at her. His dark eyes were wide with wariness, his body trembling slightly. "Who are you, little one?" Ning Xi asked softly, crouching to his level. "Did you sneak in here? Or did someone lock you in too?" The boy didn't respond, his gaze fixed on her as if she might pounce. She tried again, offering a gentle smile. "Do you like sweets?" Still silence. His shaking intensified, and Ning Xi decided not to press further. "All right, we'll just sit here quietly then." She settled against the wall, leaving him be. The storeroom was cold, the air stale. Moments later, the single light bulb overhead flickered and died, plunging them into darkness. A faint chattering sound reached her ears, teeth clacking together. Ning Xi chuckled softly. Scared of the dark? The chattering paused, then grew louder. She couldn't help but find his fear endearing. Standing, she dusted off her pants and moved toward him, careful not to startle the boy further. Chapter 4. A Rescue in the Dark. The boy's face paled as Ning Xi approached, his small frame shrinking back. But she didn't reach for him. Instead, she sat beside him, closed her eyes, and let out a tired sigh. The night's drinking had left her head pounding, and the cold floor was oddly soothing. She'd deal with the situation later. For now, she just needed a moment. When she opened her eyes again, she felt a warmth against her leg. The boy had inched closer, his tiny hand clutching the hem of her shirt. His cautious eyes met hers, no longer filled with panic, but with a flicker of curiosity. Ning Xi's heart softened. He reminded her of a stray kitten she'd once cared for in the countryside, skittish but drawn to warmth. She smiled, resisting the urge to ruffle his hair. "You're a brave one, aren't you?" His cheeks flushed, but he didn't pull away. Then, her fingers brushed his forehead, and her smile vanished. "You're burning up. A fever in a place like this could be dangerous, especially for a child." Changli would likely keep her locked in until the audition was over tomorrow. She couldn't let the boy stay here that long. Frowning, Ning Xi noticed a faint glow filtering into the room. A small skylight, barely wide enough for a child, was letting in starlight. She scanned the storeroom and spotted a rickety ladder in the corner. Dragging it over, she positioned it beneath the skylight. "Come here, little one," she said, beckoning. "I'll help you get out." The boy's eyes widened, and he shook his head firmly, his expression stubborn. Ning Xi grinned, pinching his cheek gently. "Loyal, huh? Want to stay and keep me company? That's sweet, but this window's too small for me. If you get out, you can find someone to help me." He hesitated, his gaze flickering between her and the ladder. Ning Xi lifted him onto the first rung. "Go on, be a big man. I'll hold the ladder steady." With some coaxing, she guided him up. He climbed slowly, his small hands gripping the rungs tightly. As he reached the top and slipped through the skylight, Ning Xi's vision blurred. Exhaustion and the lingering effects of alcohol hit her hard. Her legs gave out, and she slipped, tumbling from the ladder. From above, the boy peered down, his face twisting with panic as he saw her fall. "Go," Ning Xi managed, her voice weak. She lay on the cold floor, her thoughts drifting. 5 years ago, after the car accident that cost her her child, the Ning family had shipped her off to a reform school in America. She'd clawed her way out, enrolling in the University of South California, immersing herself in acting, her true passion. She'd returned to China, signed with Starlight Entertainment, and thought she'd finally have her chance. But Ning Xi had followed, bribing Chong Li to keep her down. As her consciousness faded, Ning Xi's lips curved bitterly. She'd saved a child, at least. If her own hadn't been lost, they'd be about this boy's age. Chapter 5. A VIP in Distress. Yo, what's up, fam? We're diving back into Ning Xi's wild ride, and things are getting intense at the Eden Bar. The place is buzzing with nervous energy. Imagine a room full of people sweating bullets because someone very important has gone missing. Spoiler, it's the little prince of the Lu Corporation, and Ning Xi's about to find herself in the middle of this chaos. Let's roll. The bar's reception room feels like a pressure cooker. The boss, managers, and staff are lined up, shaking in their boots, because Lu Tingxiao's son, Little Treasure, has vanished somewhere in their bar. Lu Tingxiao, the ice-cold king of the Lu Corporation, sits on a sofa. His face is unreadable as ever. But that calm, it's terrifying. His aura screams someone's gonna pay, and everyone's legs are jelly. No one dares breathe too loud. Lu Jingli, his younger brother, is a mess on the floor, tears and snot everywhere. Brother, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I shouldn't have brought Little Treasure to a bar. If anything happens to Little Treasure, then I won't live any longer, he wails. Oof, talk about drama. A swift kick from Lu Tingxiao sends him sprawling, the sound of ribs cracking making everyone flinch. Lu Jingli coughs, clutching his chest, but scrambles back to his knees, ready for more punishment. This family doesn't mess around, huh? Their parents are overseas, clueless about this disaster. If they find out, Lu Jingli's toast. Suddenly, a knock at the door snaps everyone to attention. The bar boss opens it, expecting trouble, but, gasp, it's Little Treasure. Little young master. The boss stammers, relief washing over him. Little Treasure? Heavens! Little Treasure. Second uncle's precious baby. Where did you run off to? Lu Jingli cries, crawling to hug the boy, tears streaming down his face. The room collectively exhales, like they've just dodged a bullet. Lu Tingxiao strides over, tossing his brother aside like a rag doll, and kneels before his son. What happened? He asks, his voice steady but commanding. Little Treasure grabs his hand, tugging him toward the door, making hoarse, urgent sounds. A faint scent of alcohol clings to the boy, mixed with something softer, like flowers on a glacier. It hits Lu Tingxiao hard, stirring something deep in his chest. What's that about? Little Treasure points frantically, and Lu Tingxiao scoops him up, following his lead. The rest of the crew, Lu Jingli included, trail behind, curious and confused. 5 minutes later, they're at a storeroom on the top floor. Little Treasure wriggles free, pounding on the door with tiny fists, his face full of panic. Little Treasure, what's happening? What's inside? Lu Jingli asks, scratching his head. Lu Tingxiao's voice cuts through the chaos. Open the door. The bar boss nods, turning to the female manager. Manager Yi, what are you waiting for? Quickly open the door. Where's the key? Oh, open the door. Manager Yi stammers, her face paling. Oh no, she thinks, knowing Ning Xi's locked inside, per Chong Li's orders. But with the Lu family glaring, she has no choice. Trembling, she unlocks the door. The door swings open, revealing Ning Xi unconscious on the floor. What's going on? Why is there a woman in there? The boss roars. I don't know. There wasn't anyone in there when I last checked. Manager Yi lies, her heart pounding. Someone moves to help Ning Xi, but Little Treasure throws himself over her, his little face fierce, guarding her like a tiny warrior. Whoa, this kid's got heart. What's next for Ning Xi and her pint-sized protector? Stick around, fam. Chapter 6. Meeting the Ice King. Alright, crew. We're back at the hospital, and Ning Xi's about to wake up to a very interesting situation. She's been rescued from that storeroom, thanks to Little Treasure, but now she's face-to-face with a man who's basically a legend. Get ready for some serious vibes. Ning Xi blinks awake in a hospital bed, the morning sun streaming through the window. Her gaze lands on a man sitting there, legs crossed, looking like he just stepped out of a magazine. His tailored suit screams power, his posture all sharp angles and cool confidence. But that aura? It's like he's carved from ice, a modern-day emperor who could freeze you with a glance. His deep eyes lock onto hers, sharp and probing, like he's peeling back her soul layer by layer. Yikes, who is this guy? Ning Xi's not one to back down, though. She meets his stare head-on, refusing to let him intimidate her. Mister, if I may ask, how did I end up here? Also, did you see a little boy? He seems like he's 4 to 5 years old, doesn't like to speak, is white, soft, but is also very cute, she asks, her voice impatient but curious. The man raises an eyebrow at her description of cute, then glances to her right. Are you talking about little treasure? He says, his voice as chilly as his demeanor. Ning Xi follows his gaze and spots little treasure asleep on a small bed beside her, looking like a soft, fluffy bun. Right? That's him. His name is Little Treasure, she exclaims, relief flooding her. She reaches over to check his forehead. His fever's gone down. Thank goodness. She'd been worried sick about him after helping him escape that storeroom. What if something had happened to him in a place like that? Turning back to the mystery man, she asks, You're this child's? But the resemblance hits her like a truck. Same sharp features, same intense aura. This guy's gotta be Little Treasure's dad. Father, he confirms, his tone flat. Before Ning Xi can process, a familiar face pops into view. Hi beautiful, you're awake. I'm Little Treasure's second uncle. Lu Jingli says, grinning like a kid in a candy store. Ning Xi's jaw drops. Lu Jingli, she gasps. The Playboy Prince of the Lu Corporation, always splashed across tabloids. If he's Little Treasure's uncle, then this ice-cold guy must be Lu Tingxiao, the untouchable god of fortune in Jing City. No way. Her head spins. She saved the sparkling golden prince, Lu Tingxiao's mysterious son? What did I just stumble into? What do you think, fam? Is Ning Xi in over her head? Let's see how she handles this VIP encounter. Chapter 7. A proposal that shocks. Hey, everyone, things are about to get wild. Ning Xi's in a hospital room with Lu Tingxiao, the king of Jing City, and his adorable son, Little Treasure. She's just saved the kid, but now Lu Tingxiao's got a request that's gonna blow her mind. Let's dive in. Lu Tingxiao's piercing gaze studies Ning Xi, like he's trying to figure out if she's playing some game. Finally, he speaks, his voice cool and direct. Your request. Ning Xi blinks, confused. What request? She asks, totally thrown off. Lu Jingli jumps in, his face practically screaming jackpot. My brother wants to thank you for saving Little Treasure. He's asking you to state your request, he explains, grinning like she's won the lottery. Ning Xi's brain kicks into overdrive. A reward from the Lu family? She's not dumb. She knows how paranoid the ultra-rich can be about schemes. Plus, Lu Tingxiao's stare earlier? Total suspicion vibes. You really don't need to thank me, she says cautiously. It's true that I saved Little Treasure, but he also saved me. If it weren't for Little Treasure going out to call for help, then I would still be shut in there right now. So we can be considered even. She thinks she's nailed it, but Lu Tingxiao's expression darkens, like she's insulted him. What did I do wrong? Her heart skips a beat. Lu Jingli tries to lighten the mood. Brother, don't put on such a scary expression. We know you're trying to repay a debt of gratitude, but those who know nothing about the situation will think you're trying to take revenge. He turns to Ning Xi. My brother doesn't like to owe others. You should just request something. No need to be polite. Forced to make a request? Ning Xi's mind is screaming. It's not that I'm being polite. You really don't need to repay me, she insists. What I said was the truth. If you don't believe me, you can go check. No need. Lu Tingxiao cuts her off, his patience visibly thinning. Lu Jingli chimes in. There was surveillance footage of the bar's storeroom. I've already seen it. Little Treasure ran in on his own. As for you, the manager of the bar has already admitted that she was the one who locked you in. So you don't need to worry, we don't suspect your intentions. Since you did save Little Treasure, just ask for something. Ning Xi's cornered. Under Lu Tingxiao's intense stare, she blurts out. Then, how about you give me money? Money's safe, right? She thinks. Rich guys love throwing cash at problems. But Lu Tingxiao's face turns even darker. What now? Ning Xi's on the verge of tears. Lu Jingli coughs. My brother thinks that just giving you money would be too insulting. Insult me, please. Ning Xi screams internally. She's floundering for a better request when Lu Tingxiao drops a bombshell. Marry me. Ning Xi chokes, coughing like she's swallowed her own tongue. Cough, cough, cough. What did you say? She sputters, turning to Lu Jingli for help. Translate, please. Lu Jingli's just as stunned. Brother, what do you mean? I can't even translate for you this time, he says, his jaw on the floor. Ning Xi's brain sparks. Don't tell me you've decided to repay me with your body because I saved your son, she stammers. Lu Tingxiao tilts his head, considering, then nods. You could put it that way. What? Ning Xi's world is spinning. Marry Lu Tingxiao? The man who could have any woman in the city? This is straight up surreal. What do you think, fam? Is this a fairy tale or a trap? Drop a comment and let's find out. Chapter 8. A Misunderstanding Gone Wild. Yo, fam, hold on to your seats. Ning Xi's in a hospital room with Lu Tingxiao, who just proposed marriage out of nowhere. Her head's spinning, and things are about to get even crazier with a wild misunderstanding. Let's jump in. Ning Xi stares at Lu Tingxiao, her brain short-circuiting. Marry him? This ice-cold legend just said the most insane thing with a straight face. She clutches her forehead, half convinced she's dreaming. Doctor, where's the doctor? I think I may have damaged my brain in the fall. I'm having hallucinations, she mutters, her voice weak. Lu Jingli, sprawled nearby, chimes in with an innocent grin. I didn't even fall, but I think my brain got damaged too, he says, clearly loving the chaos. Ning Xi's been through a lot, but this is next level. Saving little treasure was supposed to be a simple good deed, not a ticket to marrying a billionaire. If it was some random hot guy, maybe she could laugh it off as a fling, but Lu Tingxiao? The man's seen supermodels and queens. Why her? And marriage? That's horror movie level shocking. Then, a rogue thought hits her, and she blurts out, "Aren't you gay?" Bwaha! Lu Jingli collapses, laughing so hard he's practically rolling on the floor. Lu Tingxiao's face turns black as thunderclouds, the room chilling instantly. Lu Jingli, barely containing himself, gasps. If my brother was gay, then where did little treasure come from? Well, surrogacy, artificial insemination? Ning Xi ventures, grasping at straws. If my brother was gay, then why would he want to repay you with his body? Lu Jingli counters, still wheezing. To cover up his real sexual orientation, she tries, her voice small. Ha 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 bro, I can't help you anymore. Lu Jingli's done, clutching his sides. Ning Xi's gaze darts between the brothers. I also heard that the two of you are, she says, her voice trailing off. Cough cough cough. Lu Jingli chokes, horrified. Shit, that kind of taste is too heavy for me. Although I'm so handsome that I can go for both the men and the ladies. Lu Tingxiao stands, his presence looming. Jingli, bring little treasure out, he says, fixing his cuff with deliberate calm. Brother, what do you want to do? Lu Jingli asks, alarmed. Lu Tingxiao's eyes glint dangerously. Proving my sexual orientation to Miss Ning, he says. Ning Xi yelps, nearly falling off the bed, and scrambles behind little treasure. Mr. Lu, I didn't start any of this. It was all nonsense I heard from outside. You should chase all this back to the source. Also, you really don't need to thank me. If you absolutely, definitely want me to give you a request, then I request that you please do not ask me for another request. Sorry. I have a very important audition coming up later. I have to go now. We'll meet again if we're fated okay, she rambles, bolting for the door. But Lu Tingxiao's voice stops her cold. Did I permit you to leave? He says, his tone icy. Ning Xi's legs shake. I'm done for. But then he hands her a pen and paper. Could I trouble Miss Ning to leave little treasure a note, so that he won't worry about you when he wakes up, he says. That's it. Relief floods her. Yes, no problem. I can even write 10,000 words, she says, scribbling quickly before sprinting out, terrified of any more surprises. Lu Tingxiao watches her go, his gaze deep, like a hunter tracking marked prey. Lu Jingli bounces over, buzzing with curiosity. Brother, am I dreaming? You really fancy Ning Xi? It's already been 32 years. Even perseverance was about to fail soon, and you haven't taken a liking to any girls. Even I, your dear brother, was starting to suspect if you were bent. Shut up, Lu Tingxiao snaps. Yes, Lu Jingli chokes, but his grin says he's loving this. Is Ning Xi ready for this storm? What's your guess, fam? Let's see what happens next. Chapter 9. A role worth fighting for. Hey, crew. Ning Xi's back in action, racing against time to make it to her big audition. But guess who's gloating nearby? Yep, Ning Xi's ready to rub salt in the wound. Let's see how Ning Xi flips the script. Ning Xi's late, thanks to traffic and that whole storeroom fiasco. She's sweating buckets as she sprints toward the audition building, only to spot Ning Xi and Chang Li strutting out, surrounded by a crowd showering them with congrats. Ning Xi's smirk is pure venom, her gaze screaming, "You're beneath me." Ugh, that look. Ning Xi pushes past, determined not to let her rival's victory lap stop her. Inside, she runs into the audition judges, who are chatting and ready to leave. "Sorry, I'm late," she says, bowing deeply, her heart pounding. The assistant director's face sours. The audition is already over. What's the point in rushing over here? Youngsters are getting more and more unreliable these days, he scolds, clearly annoyed. "I'm not here to try out for the lead role," Ning Xi says quickly, catching their attention. "Oh, you're not here to try for the female lead. Then what are auditioning for?" the screenwriter asks, intrigued. "I'm here to try out for the supporting female lead, Meng Changa," Ning Xi says, lifting her head with confidence. "As far as I know, you weren't able to find a suitable actress for the supporting lead during the last auditions." The room goes quiet. Ning Xi's crimson dress hugs her curves, her long black hair cascading like a waterfall. Her beauty hits like a spotlight, all elegance and fire, like a fox spirit with 1,000 years of charm. The judges are stunned, their eyes locked on her mesmerizing presence. "What's your name?" Director Gua Qixing asks, snapping out of the trance. "Ning Xi," she replies, standing tall. The director exchanges looks with the others, then nods. "I have some recollection of you. You're one of Starlight's artists, right? You can go back to prepare. The supporting female lead is yours. You will be notified when filming starts." "Thank you, director. I will prepare well," Ning Xi says, bowing again, her heart soaring. She's been prepping for Meng Changa for 3 months, diving deep into the character's soul. One glance was all it took to win the judges over, and despite the chaos, she nailed it. As the judges gush after she leaves, director Gua marvels. "We looked all over for an actress, and the moment we stopped looking, we found the perfect one. Her qualifications are too poor despite being signed to Starlight Entertainment. With her acting record, I didn't even consider her for the female lead, though I had never imagined that she would be far more beautiful than in her pictures." Screenwriter Yi Linglong's practically vibrating with excitement. Most importantly, her aura was on point. That gaze from before was too fitting. Meng Changa was a righteous female general before she became the downfall of the nation. She could be pretty and coquettish, yet she would maintain a pure demeanor and state of mind. She could never be vulgar. All the artists that came to audition before acted out brothel courtesans for me. I was fuming. "Haha, don't get worked up. Haven't we finally found the Changa we've been waiting for?" Another judge laughs. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Little Treasure's room is a war zone. The little guy's perched on the windowsill, screaming and thrashing, ignoring everyone's pleas. Lu Jingli's trying to coax him, but it's like talking to a brick wall. What's got him so worked up? Let's find out, fam. Chapter 10, Little Treasure's Big Meltdown. What's good, everyone? We're back at the hospital, and Little Treasure's losing it. Ning Xi's out there chasing her dreams, but this kid's about to bring the house down. Let's see what's got him so riled up. Lu Tingxiao strides into the chaotic hospital room. "Brother, you're finally here. Your little treasure was just fine a while ago, but he suddenly started going on a rampage," Lu Jingli says, looking frazzled. "What happened?" Lu Tingxiao asks, his voice low and steady. "I don't know what happened either," Lu Jingli admits. "After he woke up, he was searching everywhere for someone. I thought that he might be searching for Ning Xi, so I told him to stop looking. The pretty lady had already left. As soon as I finished talking, he started his rampage. Little Treasure seems to like Ning Xi a lot, but it shouldn't be to the point where he would get this agitated by just hearing that she left." Lu Tingxiao approaches his son, who's backed against the windowsill, eyes blazing with caution. Even his own dad can't get through to him. Lu Tingxiao stops a few steps away, his voice calm but firm. "When your second uncle told you that the lady had already left, that was exactly what he meant. There was nothing wrong with her health, so she has already left the hospital to go home. She didn't die. It's not like when your grandmother left and never came back, understand?" Lu Jingli's jaw drops. "Are you kidding me? I only said those 2 words. She left, and his mind made such a huge leap," he says, stunned. Little Treasure's been through a lot, so it makes sense he'd jump to the worst conclusion. Little Treasure quiets down, curling up on the windowsill, his head buried. Lu Tingxiao pulls out a slip of paper. "She left this for you. Are you going to look at it?" he says. Little Treasure's eyes light up, and he reaches for his dad, eager for a hug. Everyone in the room, doctors, nurses, Lu Jingli, stares, dumbfounded. A piece of paper stopped this meltdown. Lu Tingxiao hands it over, and Little Treasure reads the note. Darling, thank you for saving me. You're amazing, Zoxo. His face glows, a shy blush creeping in, and the tiniest smile tugs at his lips. Lu Jingli shook. What the was I just blinded? Our Little Treasure actually smiled. I can't even remember how long it's been since I last saw him smile. What exactly did Ning Xi write? He demands, trying to peek. Little Treasure clutches the note like it's gold, hiding it from his uncle. Lu Jingli catches a glimpse and shrugs. It's just a fairly ordinary note, yet it could make Little Treasure so happy. This Ning Xi is remarkable, he says, grinning. Lu Tingxiao watches his son, warmth softening his icy gaze. Later, he takes Little Treasure home, canceling work to stay with him. That night, at Platinum Palace's Villa No. 8, the dining room's a battlefield. Lu Tingxiao and Little Treasure face off, both stone cold. Eat your food, Lu Tingxiao says. Little Treasure ignores him. I'm saying this for the last time, Lu Tingxiao warns. No response. Do you think that this kind of childish hunger strike would work against me? Lu Tingxiao says, his voice sharp. Little Treasure's in his own world, unmoving. After an hour, Lu Tingxiao caves, calling Lu Jingli. Send me Ning Xi's address. Lu Jingli sends it instantly, along with a pile of gossip Lu Tingxiao ignores. Little Treasure, sensing victory, trails his dad to the car. This kid's got his dad wrapped around his finger. What's going to happen when they show up at Ning Xi's door? Let's find out. Chapter 11, An Unexpected House Call. Hey, fam. Ning Xi's about to get the surprise of her life. She's chilling at home, ready for a solo hot pot party, when Lu Tingxiao and Little Treasure show up out of nowhere. Let's see how this goes down. Ning Xi's finally home, crashing hard after her wild night. She naps, then hits the supermarket for hot pot ingredients, spicy broth, veggies, the works. Time to celebrate that audition win. She thinks, though eating alone feels a bit lonely. She's used to it, but still. Right as she's about to dig in, there's a knock at the door. Who's that? She opens it, and her jaw hits the floor. Lu Tingxiao stands there, looking like a GQ model in a sharp suit and dark coat, holding Little Treasure in a colorful fruit basket. What is this combo? Mr. Lu? Ning Xi says, swallowing hard. Why the surprise at this hour? Is there something the matter? Sick visit, Lu Tingxiao says, his voice cool and clipped. Sick visit? Ning Xi's mind races. She's fine, just a little banged up. But a billionaire showing up at her tiny apartment with his kid? That's next level. You're being too polite, Mr. Lu. Sorry about the mess. Please come in, she says, flustered, shoving clothes under the bed and clearing the couch. Sit anywhere you'd like. Do you want to have something to drink? Is green tea or milk okay? She asks, still trying to figure out why they're here. Lu Tingxiao nods like a general. Sure, he says, and she pours green tea for him and milk for Little Treasure. The father and son sit on her tiny sofa, their faces blank and identical. Talk about awkward. Ning Xi's sweating, unsure what to do with these VIPs. The hot pot starts simmering, filling the air with spicy goodness. Desperate to break the silence, she says, So, have you guys had dinner yet? I was about to have a hot pot. Do you want to eat together? Okay, Lu Tingxiao says. Little Treasure nods. Seriously? Ning Xi's stunned. She was just being polite. A CEO and his prince eating her cheap hot pot? The soup base I bought is quite spicy. Can you take spicy foods? She asks, worried. Yes, Lu Tingxiao says. Little Treasure nods. Okay then. Ning Xi sets out extra chopsticks, feeling like she's in a fever dream. Lu Tingxiao doesn't eat much, mostly cooking for her and Little Treasure, who dives into the spicy food, tongue out but loving it. Is it bad for children to eat too much spice? Ning Xi asks, nervous about the little prince's health. Not that delicate, Lu Tingxiao says, brushing off her concern. Ning Xi relaxes, and Lu Tingxiao surprises her by asking, How was the audition? It was fairly smooth, so I made a hot pot as a celebration today, she says, beaming. Congratulations, Lu Tingxiao says, raising his glass. Ning Xi's heart warms. He's the first to congratulate me? This night's getting weirder, fam. What's next for this hot pot party? Drop a comment. Chapter 12, A Stormy Sleepover. What's up, crew? Ning Xi's hot pot night with Lu Tingxiao and Little Treasure is about to take a turn, thanks to a storm. Let's see how she handles this unexpected sleepover. Ning Xi clinks her beer glass with Lu Tingxiao's, her smile genuine. Thank you, she says, touched by his toast. She turns to Little Treasure. I'm especially grateful to Little Treasure. I wouldn't have been able to make it to the audition in time if it weren't for him. Here, darling, let me toast you. Little Treasure eyes his milk, then their beers, and reluctantly raises his cup, downing it like a champ. Ning Xi laughs at his serious little face. This kid's too cute. When Lu Tingxiao steps out for a call, she sneaks Little Treasure a sip of her beer. Haha, curious about the taste? Quickly, taste it while your dad isn't here. You can only have a small mouthful though, she whispers. Little Treasure's eyes sparkle, and he takes a tiny sip, looking thrilled despite the bitter taste. When Lu Tingxiao returns, they play it cool, Ning Xi sipping her beer and Little Treasure calmly drinking his milk. Smooth operators. A flicker of warmth crosses Lu Tingxiao's face, but he says nothing. They devour the hot pot, finishing every last bit. As Ning Xi wonders how to politely send them home, lightning cracks outside, followed by booming thunder. I saw that the weather forecast predicted heavy rain and typhoon for tonight, she says, staring at the downpour. Lu Tingxiao and Little Treasure look at her expectantly. Oh no. Going back with Little Treasure at this time is a little dangerous since it's already this late, and the weather isn't looking too favorable. Maybe you could stay over here for tonight, she offers, half hoping they'll say no. Okay, Lu Tingxiao says. Little Treasure nods. Why do they keep agreeing? Ning Xi's freaking out. Her tiny apartment's barely big enough for her, let alone a CEO and his kid. I'll sleep in the living room for tonight. Mr. Lu, is it okay if you sleep with Little Treasure in my room? I'll go change the bed sheets, she says, trying to make it work. No, I'll sleep in the living room. You should sleep with Little Treasure in the bedroom, Lu Tingxiao says, his tone final. Ning Xi's digging her own grave here. Making a billionaire sleep on her couch? I'm doomed. I'll see if I can find a change of clothes for both of you, she says, rummaging through her closet. This is not how I saw my night going. What do you think, fam? Is this sleepover a recipe for chaos or something else? Let's keep going. Chapter 13, Parenting Struggles and Promises. Hey, everyone. Ning Xi's navigating a stormy night with Lu Tingxiao and Little Treasure crashing at her place. Things are about to get real as she grapples with parenting and asserting someone's persistence. Let's dive in. Ning Xi finds pajamas for Little Treasure and a spare shirt for Lu Tingxiao, still reeling from this bizarre sleepover. Her apartment's small, but with Little Treasure here, it's not exactly a romantic setup, right? She's trying to convince herself it's all for the kids' safety in this typhoon. Gotta keep it together. As they settle in, Ning Xi can't help but think about Lu Tingxiao's earlier proposal. Marry him? The idea's absurd, but his sincerity's throwing her off. She shakes it off, focusing on Little Treasure, who's curled up in her bed, looking like a tiny angel. How does this kid have such a hold on me? The next morning, Lu Tingxiao's on the phone in the living room, his voice low and commanding. Ning Xi catches a glimpse of him shirtless, his chiseled frame making her freeze. Whoa, okay, too much. She rubs her nose, praying she doesn't embarrass herself. He notices her and slips on his shirt, calm as ever. Did I wake you? He asks, his tone surprisingly warm. Ning Xi's still recovering from the view. There's an emergency at work. I have to leave now. Could I trouble you to wake Little Treasure up? He says, buttoning up. Oh, okay, she says, hurrying to the bedroom. But Little Treasure's already awake, dressed in his Pikachu pajamas, glaring at his dad with a pout. Little Treasure, go and change your clothes, Lu Tingxiao says, pulling on his coat. Bang! Little Treasure slams the bedroom door, locking it. Ning Xi's stunned. This kid's got some attitude. Lu Tingxiao tries the handle, then turns to her. Do you have the key? I do, but it's inside the room, she says, wincing. Lu Qingyu, I'm giving you 3 minutes. Don't think of ever coming back here if you don't come out by then, Lu Tingxiao says, his voice icy. 3 minutes pass, nothing. Lu Qingyu, come out. If you're going to wait for me to force you out, then I won't be this easy to speak with, he warns. Still silence. Ning Xi's biting back a laugh. This kid's giving his dad zero face. I only have to go to work later. Why not let Little Treasure stay here for a while longer, she suggests. Lu Tingxiao's face darkens, and he pulls out his phone to call a psychiatrist. Ning Xi's like, really? For this? Why don't you let me try? She says, stepping in. Lu Tingxiao hesitates, then nods. Ning Xi kneels by the door, her voice soft. Little treasure, Annie has to go to work later on. I can't take care of you. Could you go home with Daddy first? No response. How about this? Let's exchange phone numbers so we can contact each other at any time. We can also video call. Footsteps shuffle inside. The director will scold me if Auntie is late. Our director is really fierce. Annie is so pitiful, Wu, she adds, laying it on thick. The door swings open. Little treasure stands there, looking guilty but determined. Lu Tingxiao's eyes flash with surprise. 3 sentences, and she got him out? Ning Xi picks up the boy, beaming. Little treasure is so obedient. Thank you, darling, she says, ruffling his hair. Little treasure hands her a slip of paper with a phone number. Is this your phone number? Great, I'll save it. I'll definitely call you once I'm free, she says, delighted. Lu Tingxiao glances at the paper. It's his number. Clever kid. What's next for this trio? Let's find out, fam. Chapter 14, A Clash of Wills. Yo, crew, we're back with Ning Xi, Little Treasure, and the ever-intense Lu Tingxiao. Things are heating up as Ning Xi stands her ground against the big boss's wild ideas. Let's see how this plays out. Ning Xi's still reeling from Little Treasure's door-slamming stunt, but she's got bigger problems. Lu Tingxiao's been pushing this marriage thing, and it's making her head spin. Why is he so set on this? She's grateful for his trust, but marriage? That's a hard pass. Mr. Lu, I'm extremely grateful for your good intentions. I'm absolutely against marriage though, so... She says, her tone apologetic but firm. Lu Tingxiao raises a brow, his voice teasing but sharp. So, you only want to sleep with me? Yet you don't want to take responsibility by marrying me? Yes, that's exactly right. Wait. No. That wasn't what I meant. Ning Xi says, horrified, practically ready to beg for mercy. This man's words are lethal. Unfortunately, I can't accept premarital sex, Lu Tingxiao says, his expression unreadable. Who would believe that? Ning Xi mumbles, then catches herself. He's got a kid, for crying out loud. Lu Tingxiao's gaze softens, looking out the window. Little treasure was an accident. I don't know who his mother is, he says, his voice distant. Ning Xi's stunned. That sounds rough. Then you're minding that I have a son? He asks suddenly. That's impossible, she says quickly. Who wouldn't want to be Little Treasure's stepmom? Then why? He presses. Ning Xi sighs, her head aching. Mr. Lu, marriage is not a game. Regardless of whether it's for the sake of repaying a debt or other reasons, we just met. Do you understand my personality? Do you know my past? She says, her voice steady. The one I want to marry is the present you. Your past has nothing to do with me. Lu Tingxiao says, his tone commanding. Ning Xi's expression hardens. However, to me, my past is also a part of me. I have no way of cutting off my past to marry you. Mr. Lu, we are traveling on different paths. I sincerely suggest that you take back your absurd idea, she says, her words final. Silence hangs heavy. Ning Xi braces for a storm, but Lu Tingxiao just nods. Understood, he says, his voice even. Relief washes over her. Then I'm going to sleep. Good night, she says, heading to her room. Good night, he replies, his gaze deep and unreadable, like a predator biding his time. Phew, that was intense. What do you think, fam? Is Lu Tingxiao giving up, or is he just playing the long game? Drop a comment, and let's keep going. Chapter 15, A Cold and Unapproachable Flower. Picture this. Ning Xi's life is a whirlwind, and she's barely keeping it together. After that intense showdown with Lu Tingxiao's marriage proposal, what even was that? She's back in her temporary home at the Lu family's Platinum Palace. The morning sun's creeping in, and guess who's on the phone? Yep, the man himself, Lu Tingxiao, with that deep, commanding voice that could make anyone's knees weak. But hold up, he's not barking orders today. He's got a softer tone, almost like he's trying not to wake the whole house. Did I wake you? Lu Tingxiao asks, his voice low and warm, like a cozy blanket on a chilly morning. Ning Xi's eyes are practically popping out of her head. Why? Because Mr. Iceberg is shirtless, standing there in all his chiseled glory. Can you say visual overload? She's trying not to stare, rubbing her nose to make sure she's not about to have a nosebleed. Oh, okay, she blurts out, nodding like a bobblehead as she scrambles to wake Little Treasure. But plot twist. She doesn't even need to call the little guy. She turns around, and there's little Treasure, looking like the cutest Pikachu ever, staring daggers at his dad. That's right, our boy's not happy, and he's letting it show with a bang, slamming the bedroom door shut like a mini drama queen. Savage. Lu Tingxiao's face, blank as a slate. Ning Xi, trying not to laugh her head off. They both stand there, speechless. Lu Tingxiao tries the door locked. He's not fazed, though. Do you have the key? He asks, cool as ever. Ning Xi's like, yeah, but it's inside the room. Awkward much. Lu Tingxiao's not playing games. He calls out, Lu Qingyu, I'm giving you 3 minutes. Don't think of ever coming back here if you don't come out by then. Oof, full naming his own kid? That's next level serious. 3 minutes pass. Silence. Not a peep from little Treasure. Ning Xi's biting her lip, trying not to crack up at this pint-sized rebellion. Lu Tingxiao doubles down, his voice icy. Lu Qingyu, come out. If you're going to wait for me to force you out, then I won't be this easy to speak with. Still nothing. Little Treasure's giving his dad zero respect. Iconic. Ning Xi's watching this showdown like it's a Netflix special. She can't hold back anymore and whispers, I only have to go to work later. Why not let little Treasure stay here for a while longer? Lu Tingxiao's face is darker than a storm cloud, but he's not budging. He pulls out his phone, and Ning Xi sneaks a peek. He's calling a psychiatrist. Over a locked door? Okay, dramatic much? She's like, really, dude? A shrink for this. Clearing her throat, Ning Xi decides to take a shot. Why don't you let me try? She suggests, all soft and hopeful. Lu Tingxiao hesitates, then nods. Ning Xi leans against the door, her voice gentle as a lullaby. Little Treasure, Annie has to go to work later on. I can't take care of you. Could you go home with Daddy first? No response. She tries again, upping the charm. How about this? Let's exchange phone numbers so we can contact each other at any time. We can also video call. Footsteps shuffle inside. She's getting through. One last push. The director will scold me if Auntie is late. Our director is really fierce. Annie is so pitiful. Woo. Click. The door swings open. Little Treasure's standing there, looking like he's ready to save Ning Xi from the big bad director. Lu Tingxiao's eyes widen, a rare flash of shock crossing his face. Ning Xi's thinking, 3 sentences. I did that. This kid's got her heart wrapped around his tiny finger. She scoops up Little Treasure, grinning. Little Treasure is so obedient. Thank you, darling. The boy's mood lifts, his eyes sparkling as he hands her a piece of paper with a string of numbers. Ning Xi's all, is this your phone number? Great, I'll save it. I'll definitely call you once I'm free. But Lu Tingxiao's peering over her shoulder, and, surprise, it's his number, not Little Treasure's. Sneaky move, kid. Ning Xi's like, well played. Someone's playing wingman. What do you guys think? Little Treasure's already Team Ning Xi, right? Chapter 16, as expected of his son. All right, let's keep this train rolling. Ning Xi's still reeling from Little Treasure's door-locking stunt, but the day's just getting started. She's at the Lu family's swanky platinum palace, trying to wrap her head around this whole temporary mom gig. The morning's calm, but you know it's hidden marriage. Calm never lasts long. Lu Tingxiao's on the phone again, his voice all smooth and businesslike. But when he hangs up, he turns to Ning Xi with a warmth that's like, whoa. Did I wake you? He asks, all gentle-like, as if he didn't just scare the life out of her with his shirtless glory earlier. Ning Xi's still recovering, rubbing her nose to avoid any embarrassing nosebleed moments. Oh, okay, she says, darting off to wake Little Treasure. But the little guy's already up, giving his dad the cold shoulder with that Pikachu onesie and a scowl that screams, you're not my favorite right now. Bang. Door slammed. Little Treasure's not here for Dad's rules today. Lu Tingxiao's unfazed, trying the handle. Locked. Do you have the key? He asks Ning Xi, all calm and collected. She's like, it's inside the room. Facepalm moment, right? Lu Tingxiao's not messing around. Lu Qingyu, I'm giving you 3 minutes. Don't think of ever coming back here if you don't come out by then. He says, voice like ice. 3 minutes later? Nada. Not a sound. Little Treasure's out here winning the stubbornness award. Lu Qingyu, come out. Lu Tingxiao's voice gets sharper. If you're going to wait for me to force you out, then I won't be this easy to speak with. Still nothing. Ning Xi's trying so hard not to laugh. This kid's giving his dad zero chill. She steps in. I only have to go to work later. Why not let Little Treasure stay here for a while longer? Lu Tingxiao's face is a storm cloud, and he's dialing a psychiatrist. Ning Xi's like, bruh, over a tantrum? Really? Let me try, she says, leaning against the door with her softest voice. Little treasure, Annie has to go to work later on. I can't take care of you. Could you go home with Daddy first? Silence. She keeps going. How about this? Let's exchange phone numbers so we can contact each other at any time. We can also video call. Footsteps. She's got his attention. The director will scold me if Auntie is late. Our director is really fierce. Annie is so pitiful. Woo. Boom. Door opens. Little treasure's out, looking like he's ready to save Ning Xi from her scary director. Lu Tingxiao's shocked, his eyes flicking to Ning Xi like, how'd you do that? She's all smiles, picking up the little bun. Little treasure is so obedient. Thank you, darling. He hands her a note with a phone number, and Ning Xi's like, is this your phone number? Great, I'll save it. I'll definitely call you once I'm free. But Lu Tingxiao sneaks a peek. It's his number. Little treasure's out here, setting up his dad. Ning Xi's thinking, this kid's a mastermind. As expected of Lu Tingxiao's son, right? Drop a comment. Would you have caved to Little Treasure's cuteness? Chapter 17, The Matchmaking Duo. We're back at Starlight Entertainment, and the drama's heating up. Ning Xi's landed the supporting female lead role in Land Under Heaven, but not everyone's clapping. Chong Li, her shady manager, is fuming in her office. Ning Xi auditioned and got the role for supporting female lead. She snaps, looking like she's about to pop a vein. Ning Xiueluo, the queen of scheming, isn't thrilled either. Supporting female lead, she says, frowning. Wasn't she just playing an irrelevant role in some unknown movie? How could she have the time to go audition for the supporting female lead? Chong Li's all, I thought it was strange too. I found out a few things about yesterday's audition for the lead female role after asking around. The judges had been preparing to leave when they saw Ning Xi by accident. They thought she was perfect for the role and just decided it right then and there. No wonder you were so wary of her. This Ning Xi is indeed too scheming. The auditions already ended, but she was still able to sway the judges. Who knows which one she was trying to hook? Okay, shade alert. Chong Li's implying Ning Xi's using her looks to climb the ladder, but we know our girl's got talent. Ning Xiueluo's face darkens. Although it's not the lead, this movie is a huge production. Translation, she's not happy Ning Xi's stealing any spotlight. Chong Li's stuck. I'm afraid there'll be some trouble this time. The company has invested a lot of funds in this movie. The boss behind our company will surely be happy that both the lead and supporting female actresses came from our company. It would be fine if there were someone more suitable who could replace Ning Xi. Too bad no one passed the audition the last time. Now we don't have a reason to switch Ning Xi out. Ning Xiueluo's scheming gears are turning. She smirks, touching her perfect nails. Forget about it. Since she's raring to play the fox spirit, then just let her do it. Heh, a seductress that caused the downfall of a nation. This role suits her quite well. Oh snap. She's throwing shade, knowing the roles of villainous one. Classic Ning Xiueluo move. Meanwhile, Ning Xi's grinding away. She gets a call from Chong Li confirming her role and telling her to prep. Land Under Heaven is a big deal. The female lead's all about virtue, helping the male lead to the throne, while Ning Xi's character, Meng Chang'e, is the scheming seductress who gets pushed off a cliff. No wonder Ning Xiueluo's cool with it. She thinks it paints Ning Xi as the bad guy. Plot twist. Ning Xi's gonna slay this role. But work's not done. Ning Xi's got another gig. A 5-minute scene as a mistress who gets beaten up by a crowd. 2 hours of filming for 5 minutes, because the extras are a mess. She drags herself home, exhausted, and flops on the sofa, flipping on the TV. Guess who's on the news? Lu Tingxiao, looking like a whole snack at a contract signing. The host's hyping up how the Lu Corporation's deal with an Italian brand is gonna double their stock. Ning Xi's like, dang, Little Treasure's dad is killing it. Then it hits her. She forgot to call Little Treasure. She grabs her phone, feeling a pang of guilt. What's up with her and this kid? She's not even a fan of kids after her past, but Little Treasure's got her heart. You guys feeling the same vibe? Let me know. Chapter 18, Hoping for a Daughter-in-Law. Over at Platinum Palace, it's family reunion time. The Lu parents are back from their overseas trip, and the dinner table's buzzing. Old Master Lu's in a great mood, praising Lu Tingxiao for sealing that big deal. But then he shifts gears. Tingxiao, work is very important, but you can't neglect little treasure. You've already finished the busy period of work, so spend more time to accompany little treasure. Old Madame Lu chimes in. Find someone to help you take care of little treasure if you really have no time. Little treasure has already grown so much. You should also consider your personal problems. Old Master Lu nods. Your mother is right. Lu Jingli smirking, tossing his brother a look like, here we go again. Lu Tingxiao's just eating, not saying a word, while little treasure's clutching a phone like it's his lifeline. Madame Lu's worried. Tingxiao, do you even hear what I'm saying? Also, what's wrong with little treasure? He hasn't eaten a bite of food all night, and he's holding that phone like it's a priceless treasure. Lu Jingli, munching on ribs, mumbles. Little treasure is waiting for the pretty lady's call. Madame Lu's confused. What pretty lady? Lu Jingli waves it off. Mom, Dad, don't worry so much. Brother already has someone he likes. Madame Lu's eyes light up, but she's skeptical. You're telling the truth? Jingli, don't trick us. Master Lu puts down his chopsticks, all serious. Tingxiao, is what Jingli said real? Tingxiao, say something. Madame Lu presses. Lu Tingxiao, cool as ever, says, N. Madame Lu's about to lose it. You horrible child. Can't you add even a single word? True. Lu Tingxiao says, sticking to his one-word vibe. The elders are shook. Madame Lu's still nervous. Tingxiao, the person you like, is it a girl or a boy? Lu Tingxiao's face darkens, and he grits out, it's a girl. Lu Jingli's cackling, almost falling off his chair. Of course it's a girl. What's more, it's a very pretty young lady. Our little treasure also especially likes her. The phone call little treasure is waiting for is from her. Madame Lu's practically in tears of joy. Our ancestors have blessed and protected us. Ancestors have blessed and protected us. Tingxiao, which family is she from? How old is she? Where does she come from? What does she do? What kind of people are in her family? Why didn't you notify us of anything? Lu Jingli cuts in. Mom, calm down. A lot of things haven't been set in stone yet. We didn't tell you because we were afraid you would interfere and mess everything up. Master Lu's chill, though. It's someone that Tingxiao approves. We won't have any problems, don't blindly worry. Madame Lu's not having it. What do you mean I'm worrying? Do you not worry? Who is it that's so distressed that they can't fall asleep in the middle of the night? Who ends up going on the porch to smoke? But she's reassured. Tingxiao's opinion of others is very strict, so the girl he picks definitely wouldn't be subpar. What's even more rare is that little treasure likes her too. Right then, little treasure's phone rings. It's Lu Tingxiao's personal number, super exclusive. Lu Jingli checks it. Ning Xi's calling. Is it that girl calling? Madame Lu asks, practically vibrating with excitement. Lu Jingli nods, helping little treasure answer. The whole table's laser-focused on that phone, and Lu Jingli's shamelessly eavesdropping. Talk about family drama. Who's Team Lu parents for Ning Xi? Sound off below. Chapter 19, The Shocked Parents. Ning Xi's at home, wrestling with whether to call little treasure. She's not big on kids after losing her own. It's a wound that still stings. But little treasure? He's different. She can't help but adore him. Hello. Hello, she says into the phone, chuckling when there's no reply. It's little treasure, right? Sorry, Auntie just finished her work and thought of calling you. Little treasure can't speak, so Ning Xi keeps the convo going. Darling, have you eaten yet? You're too skinny, so you have to eat more, okay? Kids can't be picky with their food. You won't grow quickly if you're picky. Kids are also really cute when they're chubby. Although you're already plenty cute right now. Oh yes, I saw your dad on TV just now. He just successfully signed a huge business deal. He's really impressive. Help me congratulate him. Back at Platinum Palace, little treasure puts down the phone and grabs his whiteboard, writing congratulations in English, stroke by stroke. The Lu elders are stunned. Little treasure hasn't written anything in ages, and now he's eating. Even the carrots he hates. Madame Lu's jaw is on the floor. Jingli, what did that girl say to little treasure in the call just now? Master Lu's all ears too. Lu Jingli shrugs. She didn't say much. She just told little treasure to eat more and not to be picky. She even asked little treasure to convey her congratulations to Big Brother. Madame Lu's like, that was it. Lu Jingli's all, what else could it be? Master Lu's grateful. That girl actually managed to achieve more in a single phone call than what little treasure's psychiatrist did in a year. That's right. Madame Lu's beaming. This girl doesn't seem bad. Tingxiao, you have to work hard. Lu Tingxiao just says, Madame Lu glares at her son's one-word answers, then turns to Lu Jingli. Lao Air, your brother is like a piece of wood. How would he know how to chase a girl? You have to help him, okay? Lu Jingli's grinning. Now you know how useful I am. Don't worry, I'll definitely use my lifetime's teachings to help my brother. Let's set down rules first. You two aren't allowed to interfere. You know that it's too easy to ruin everything at this stage when parents come into the picture. The elders nod like, we understand, we're only asking. Okay, Ning Xi's got the whole Lu family shook. What's next for this crew? Hit me with your predictions. Chapter 20. Her exes can be found everywhere. Dinner's over, and Lu Jingli's feeling himself. Did I do good just now, bro? Did I? He says, practically begging for a pat on the head. Lu Tingxiao tosses him a key, the key to a limited edition Bugatti. Lu Jingli's losing it, kissing the key like it's his new BFF. Oh, my beloved darling. Bro, I love you. But he's got questions. About this, bro, are you sure it's Ning Xi? You're not just playing around, but you really intend to marry her. Marry, Lu Tingxiao says, dead serious. Lu Jingli shook. Then I have to tell you to prepare yourself. Chasing women is similar to playing games, and it can be categorized into different difficulty levels. Easy, normal, hard, and hell mode. Chasing Ning Xi is definitely hell mode. All women have weak points, but can you use money with Ning Xi? You can tell that she definitely won't accept financial support or backdoor deals judging from how badly she's doing in the entertainment circle despite her looks. Using feelings? Look at how many boyfriends she had when she was overseas. Her exes can be found all over the entertainment circle. Their backgrounds are all exceptional. Even I wanted to bow down in admiration when I saw that list of names. I've never wanted to admit defeat to anyone before on this kind of matter. As for using a baby, don't even think about using a baby to tie her down in a marriage. She's wholly focused on her career and has no plans to have babies. Even if this master wooed her personally, I would have an 80% chance of a game over. A zero EQ relationship rookie like you is just going to turn into EXP for her. Lu Tingxiao's not fazed. 100%, he says, smirking. Lu Jingli's like, okay. I have a 100% chance of a game over. Don't mind these small details, okay? Anyway, I may have reached a conclusion. I dare to bet that Ning Xi is just like me, someone who has decided to never get married or have kids. This kind of person is really cynical towards relationships and feelings. Their freedom is akin to their life. It's easy if you just want to play around. It's going to be hellishly difficult if you want to marry her. Lu Tingxiao's eyes soften under the moonlight. That's because you've never met someone who makes you want to get married and have kids willingly. Lu Jingli's counting words, shocked. Arrear? Those in love are indeed different. Even a relationship noob is giving me lessons. Although what you said does make some sense. So how about it? Do you want your dear brother's help? No need, Lu Tingxiao says, shutting it down. Lu Jingli's desperate. How can that be? Chasing women is different from business. Think carefully. Are you really sure you don't need a smart, wise, and handsome godly level woman chasing coach? Then, creak, the study door opens. Little Treasure's standing there in his pajamas, looking like a tiny ghost. Both brothers are stunned. Little Treasure never leaves his room this late. What's he up to? You guys got any guesses? Let's hear him. Chapter 21. Little Treasure makes a ruckus at the palace. Little Treasure's breaking all the rules tonight. He's usually Mr. Silent, hiding in his room after dinner, and the staff know to keep it quiet or he'll flip. But now, he's out here, running to Lu Tingxiao and hugging his leg like he's claiming him. Lu Jingli's cracking up. Little Treasure, what are you doing? Hugging for some allowance? Lu Tingxiao knows what's up, though. No, you already went over last night, he says, shutting down Little Treasure's plea to see Ning Xi. Little Treasure's not giving up. He points at his dad's phone, but Lu Tingxiao's firm. You already called once during dinner. Ouch, tough love. Lu Jingli gets it. The kid's missing Ning Xi bad. Little Treasure tries his luck with his uncle, clinging to Lu Jingli's legs with those big, starry eyes that could melt anyone. Lu Jingli's weak. No. Precious, don't use this move with me. You know that your uncle can't stand up to your cuteness. But Little Treasure's not winning this one. There's no use in acting cute with me, Little Treasure. I can't win your dad, he says, and Little Treasure drops him like a hot potato. Cold-blooded. Lu Jingli's laughing so hard, he's holding the wall. You actually don't have to be this anxious little treasure. There's an old phrase, if the love between couples is true, then absence will only make the heart grow fonder. Wait until your dad marries Xiaoxi Annie. Then you'll be able to see her every day. No dice. Little treasure's done. He bolts to the door, slams it open, and runs. Then, bang, a huge crash from the living room. Lu Jingli and Lu Tingxiao exchange looks and sprint downstairs. The living room's a war zone. A giant antique vase? Shattered. Everything breakable? Smashed. Little treasure's on a rampage, and Lu Tingxiao's pissed. Lu Qingyu. He roars, using the full name. Even Lu Jingli's shaking from that vibe. Little treasure's terrified, his emotions spiraling. He's screaming, running wild, breaking anything he can reach. Lu Jingli's trailing him, panicking about the shards everywhere. This kid's not playing. What's going to happen next? Drop your thoughts. Chapter 22. Calling in emergency support. The living room's a disaster, and Lu Tingxiao's trying to grab little treasure, who's still going full Hulk mode. Lu Jingli's freaking out. Brother, we can't go on like this. Just ask Ning Xi to come over. No need, Lu Tingxiao says, ice cold. He's not about to let little treasure win by throwing a tantrum. Lu Jingli's pleading. Brother, little treasure is just a child, not one of your subordinates. You're being too harsh on him. What's the problem with spoiling him a little? All children have times where they're stubborn or cause trouble. It's not your place to interfere with how I educate my child. Lu Tingxiao snaps, his face like a thunderstorm. He's set on not letting little treasure get away with this. Lu Jingli's stuck between a rock and a hard place. If their parents find out he took little treasure to a bar, he's toast. So, while Lu Tingxiao's distracted, he sneaks a call to Ning Xi. Hello, Ning Xi, save me, he whisper yells. You are. Ning Xi's confused. I'm Lu Jingli. Come quickly to the Platinum Palace. Something's happened to little treasure. What? What happened to little treasure? Ning Xi's heart's racing. It's extremely urgent. Come over quickly, hurry. BB brother, calm down. He's still young. Little treasure, you can't smash that. Ah. The line's chaotic, with crashing sounds in the background. Ning Xi's in a panic. She doesn't even think. She grabs her motorcycle keys and zooms to Platinum Palace, cutting a 40-minute trip to 10. The security lets her in, and a maid's waiting to guide her to Villa number 8. Ning Xi's heart is pounding. What's wrong with little treasure? Is he okay? You feeling her worry? Let me know. Chapter 23. Picking a fight with the boss in rage. Ning Xi pulls up to Platinum Palace like a rock star, ripping off her helmet and gloves. Her black leather outfit and long hair cascading down. She's serving looks. Lu Jingli's practically whistling, but the scene inside stops him cold. Lu Tingxiao's got little treasure cornered, the kid's flailing like a wild animal, and the living room's a wreck. Don't! Ning Xi yells, rushing over and snatching little treasure from his dad's grip. The boy's eyes are red, and he buries himself in her arms, trembling. Ning Xi's heart breaks. This isn't the cute little bun from yesterday. This kid's scared. Her temper flares, and she doesn't care that she's facing the big bad Lu Tingxiao. Mr. Lu, I know that I don't have the right to say anything as an outsider. I really want to say something, though. There's a huge problem with the way you're raising him. Children need warmth when they're this small. Furthermore, little treasure's situation is a little special. He's been through a huge fright, and he doesn't have a mother by his side. How can you be this fierce towards him? You should be more patient and forgiving with him. Didn't you see how scared he was? You were even going to raise a hand against him. She fires off, words like bullets. Lu Tingxiao's response. It was my fault. Lu Jingli's jaw drops. Ha. He's living for this. His brother just got schooled and admitted it. You showed me a black face when I told you there was something wrong with your education method. Yet you accepted it so obediently when Ning Xi said it. He thinks, grinning. Little treasure's like a puppy with his owner now, calming down and following Ning Xi to his room. She pats his head all soft. What happened today? Wasn't he doing just fine this morning? Lu Jingli sighs. What else could it be? Little treasure missed you and wanted to meet with you or call you. Afraid that he'd be disturbing you, my brother wouldn't let him do either of those things. So that resulted in little treasure causing a ruckus, running all over and breaking everything in the living room. My brother doesn't want to condone such bad habits, so the two were at a stalemate when you came in. This was all because he wasn't allowed to meet me or call me. Ning Xi's shocked. Lu Tingxiao said little treasure was attached to her. But this attached? What else did you think? You're seriously underestimating your influence. Lu Jingli says, spilling the tea. Remember that day in the storeroom? Little treasure refused to let anyone touch you when you fainted. It was my brother who personally carried you to the hospital in the end. Ning Xi glances at Lu Tingxiao, her brain short-circuiting. He carried me? Little treasure thought you had died when he woke up in the hospital and saw that you weren't there. He immediately went on a rampage and nearly jumped out the window. He had only calmed down when my brother gave him the note that you had left. Little treasure used a hunger strike to force my brother to bring him to meet you last night. As for tonight, he ate too much because of your call. He couldn't use his all-powerful hunger strike, so he came up with this. Ning Xi's like, ate too much. She did tell him to eat more. Is this her fault now? Talk about drama. What's Ning Xi gonna do next? Hit me with your thoughts. Chapter 24. Halua Halua. Ning Xi's still processing Lu Jingli's info dump, her head spinning. She looks at Little Treasure, who's clinging to her like she's his lifeline. Little Treasure, did you break all those things just because you wanted to see me? She asks, her voice gentle but firm. Little Treasure nods, all serious. Ning Xi frowns. Did you know it's wrong to do that? He shakes his head, and Ning Xi gets why Lu Tingxiao's so strict. This kid's been spoiled, thinking he can get his way with a tantrum. Then Auntie is going to tell you. What you did was wrong. That's what bad children do. You can't do that anymore, understand? She says, her tone stern but kind. Little Treasure nods, and Lu Tingxiao's expression is unreadable, but you know he's impressed. The psychiatrist couldn't get through to this kid, but Ning Xi? 3 sentences, and he's promising to behave. Queen energy. She switches gears, all soft again. How about a new song for today? Little Treasure nods eagerly, and Ning Xi clears her throat. Let me think of what to sing, right? Halua halua, 7 flowers grow on a branch. Not afraid, even in a storm. La 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 la. Lu Jingli, leaning against the door, nearly faceplants. How could Little Treasure like such childish songs with his level of intelligence, he mutters. But then he sees Little Treasure listening, totally blissed out. And, get this, Lu Tingxiao's into it too, looking all soft and melty. What is this sorcery? Ning Xi stretches, yawning. I'm almost done singing all the children's songs I've learned in my lifetime. Lu Jingli's baffled. Why do you have to sing children's songs? It's fine if you sing something else. All these children's songs are killing me. Ning Xi ties her hair up with a rubber band, her eyes sparkling. Other songs? Other than children's songs. All the songs I know aren't appropriate for children. Lu Tingxiao's mind flashes to her singing under the moonlight, and he's gone. Lu Jingli's hyped. Ha ha ha, really? Which songs? Sing a few for me. Lu Tingxiao shoots him a look, and Lu Jingli straightens up, scared straight. You were nearby just now? Lu Tingxiao asks Ning Xi. No, I was in my apartment. I sped over here on the motorbike. Fast, right? Ning Xi says, all proud. Lu Tingxiao's not impressed. It's very dangerous. He glares at Lu Jingli, who's sweating bullets for calling her. It's nothing. I'm good at riding. Ning Xi says, waving it off. She yawns again. I'll make a move first since Little Treasure is fine now. But Lu Tingxiao stops her. Miss Ning, I have a presumptuous request. Ning Xi's back to formal mode. Mr. Lu, please feel free to make your request. I'll try to comply as long as it's within my abilities. Lu Tingxiao's dead serious. Little Treasure has been affected a lot more than I had imagined. He was accidentally locked in the storeroom at the bar last time. I hope that Miss Ning can move in with us to stay for a period of time, since it's only you that can calm him down now. Only until Little Treasure's emotional state has recovered. Ning Xi's floored. Huh? Move in here to stay? Okay, this is next level. What's she gonna say? Drop your guesses in the comments. Chapter 25. Living together just like that. Lu Tingxiao's not backing down. Yes. Ning Xi's scratching her head, all awkward. Isn't this a little inappropriate? I can come over at any time if Little Treasure wants to see me. Lu Tingxiao's tired, rubbing his brow. There are too many unknown factors, especially at night. It would be too dangerous if we had an emergency situation and you sped over here on your bike again. With my identity, it's not convenient to keep bringing Little Treasure over to visit either. I know this request puts you on the spot. As Little Treasure's father, I would still like to make this request of you. I hope you can agree. Ning Xi's getting a headache. If he'd pulled rank, she'd have bolted, But he's pleading, all sincere and handsome. How do you say no to that face? Lu Jingli's watching, practically worshipping his brother's game. Smooth move, bro. Little Treasure picks that moment to wake up, looking terrified. He knocks over a lamp. Bang. And clings to Ning Xi like she's his anchor. His fears so raw it hits her hard. She crouches down, soothing him. Shhhh, Auntie's here. Don't be afraid. That sweet kid sent messes with her head, stirring up old wounds. But she can't resist Little Treasure. She coaxes him back to sleep, then steps out, closing the door softly. The living room's spotless now. Those Lu family servants are ninjas. Lu Tingxiao's waiting, not pushing, just watching. Ning Xi's torn, but Little Treasure's clingy grip is burned into her mind. She takes a deep breath. Okay, Mr. Lu, I accept your request. Just take it as payment for how Little Treasure saved me the last time. Lu Tingxiao relaxes. Thank you. Ning Xi stressing. Little Treasure might wake up at any moment. I think I won't be able to leave tonight, but all my things are still in my apartment. No problem. I'll send someone to collect them for you. Lu Tingxiao says, already giving orders to the steward. Lu Jingli's watching, jaw on the floor. They're living together just like that. He thought Ning Xi was tough, but his brother's playing 4D chess. Lu Tingxiao shows Ning Xi to a room next to Little Treasure's. You'll stay here from now onwards. I'll get someone to redecorate it in the style you like later on. Ning Xi's like, no need, no need. I'm only staying for a few days. Redecorating would be too troublesome. It's no trouble at all, Lu Tingxiao insists. He hands her a massive keyring. These are the house keys. You can enter any place you like. The main door is locked by a password, which is 591,414. This key is for the attic. You must keep it carefully. Little Treasure likes to take the key and hide in the attic sometimes. This key is... Ning Xi cuts him off. Wait. Mr. Lu, aren't you being too relaxed with me? You're not afraid that I'll steal everything in your house. Lu Tingxiao's dead serious. What do you want? I'll get someone to help you move it. Ning Xi's defeated. This man's too much. Is he flirting or just that chill? What's the vibe here, fam? Chapter 26. Ning Xi, we have long days ahead of us. Ning Xi's flustered, coughing. I was only joking, it was just a joke. But Lu Tingxiao's not done. He tosses her another key. It's not easy to call a cab from here. It's inconvenient for you to travel to work. Take this car to use. Ning Xi's speechless. A car. This is giving sugar daddy vibes. But with all the house keys and Little Treasure in the mix, it's more like newlywed life. Her brain flashes back to his marry me bombshell. Is this guy for real? She's supposed to be good at reading men, but Lu Tingxiao's a fortress she can't crack. Agreeing to stay might have been a mistake, or the best decision ever. Thoughts. That night, Ning Xi crashes in Little Treasure's room, just in case. She's out cold, sleeping like a rock, her hand still on Little Treasure's back. The door creaks open, and Lu Tingxiao slips in, silent as a shadow. Under the soft lamplight, Ning Xi's all soft curves and cherry blossom lips, looking like a dream. Lu Tingxiao's drawn in, leaning closer, his breath mingling with hers. He's this close to kissing her, but pulls back, planting a gentle kiss on her forehead instead. Ning Xi, we have long days ahead of us, he thinks, his gaze deep as the ocean. Okay, that was intense. Anyone else swooning? Morning comes, and Ning Xi's shocked she slept so well. No dreams, just peace. Little Treasure's awake, quietly reading like the little scholar he is. Good morning, darling, she says, all warm and fuzzy. His eyes light up, and Ning Xi swears she sees a tiny smile. Annie doesn't have work today. I can accompany you at home for the whole day, she says, and Little Treasure's practically glowing. She flicks a stray hair from his forehead, giggling. Darling, smile more. You're too cute when you smile. Breakfast's ready downstairs, but Lu Tingxiao's gone. Probably off being a mogul. Ning Xi's relieved. She was stressing about keeping Little Treasure happy. But the kid's a breeze, reading and drawing while she studies her script. The servants are ghosts, slipping in with snacks and vanishing. Little Treasure's all about the quiet life, and Ning Xi's vibing. Is this domestic bliss or what? Let me know. Chapter 27, Fauvism. In the corner, the old steward's watching Ning Xi and Little Treasure like a hawk. He's sus. Ning Xi's too perfect, and he's worried she's playing a long game to snag the Mrs. Lu title. Women have tried before, and one even hurt little treasure 2 years ago. He's not taking chances. But Ning Xi's just chilling, focused on her script. Little treasure's doing his thing, reading, drawing, sneaking peeks at her. His face is alive, peaceful, not the usual blank stare. The steward's still on guard, but he's noticing how natural they are together. 2 hours fly by. Little treasure finishes a drawing and trots over, all nervous, to show Ning Xi. She looks at it, eyes wide. This drawing is of me. It's wild, vibrant colors, bold strokes, pure fauvism. The figure's a bit abstract, but it's her, no question. Little treasure's clutching the paper, worried she won't like it. Ning Xi's genuinely stoked. This is simply amazing. Can I take a picture of this for my phone wallpaper? Little treasure's shy, blushing, and hands her the drawing. For me? She asks, pointing at herself. He nods, and she's over the moon. Thank you. I love it so much. She hugs him, kissing his cheek. The kid's face is red, his eyes sparkling. Too cute. Footsteps echo, and Ning Xi looks up. Lu Tingxiao's coming downstairs, all messy bed hair and casual clothes. He's usually Mr. Perfect, but this? Swoon-worthy. Ning Xi's staring, then catches herself. Mr. Lu, you're not working today? It's Monday, after all. And I'm resting today, he says, nodding. Ning Xi connects the dots. He just closed a massive deal, so a break makes sense. But seeing him all relaxed, it makes him feel human. So Big Boss Lu sleeps in too, she thinks, feeling weirdly closer to him. Okay, fam, is Ning Xi falling for him, or is she just caught off guard? Drop your hot takes.